There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. Ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington football team. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, it's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. The give is to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Tight down. There you go. No, check that. Check 30. 2 right here. What's the curl? Jim. Back 2 is the Mike. Mike back 2.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And Crosby puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Gibson here running out of the gun. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. That's Logan. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw, Kaepernick. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, Gibson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Kaepernick. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Aaron Stokes. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He hits Adams, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 52's the mic. Just like that.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. Started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It's a first down and more for Gibson. And down to the 19-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Kaepernick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They'll run with Gibson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Colin Kaepernick with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Box it. You think you gonna get this? 52's the mark, boys. 52. Go to 50. Hey, you mark over here. Can't believe they even let you play. No. Check that. We're gonna Mike 52 right here. 52. Squeeze, double. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Mike 52. I'm trying to come in. Mike 52.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Crunch time. Mike 52. Okay, double. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, Kaepernick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, a big mistake there. Late interception in this 1st half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Now Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. And And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Check 52. Check 52's the mic. He don't know no better. 52's the mic, boys. 52. I got him.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jimmy Moreland.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
Eric Stokes, first-round pick back in April, there on the stop. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Robert Tonyan, the intended target.
But it's going to be second down.
Here we go. 552. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right now, boys. Jump out. 52.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A handoff for Gibson.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. action. It's Kaepernick. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A full 40 yards that time on third down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr., his first touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Get 300, get 300. Box it.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers lets it fly deep for Cobb. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 88. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are back within a score.
So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Eight yards to go on second down. They'll run here with Gibson.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And the ball game should end here on the kneel down by Kaepernick.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Washington,
the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.